Imagine meeting around the water cooler to feel more connected during these current times. The world is in a tailspin right now, and many people are feeling the effects in ways they might not have imagined they would. Fears are running high, stress levels are increasing by the minute, and uncertainty is the word of the day. With the immediate transition to having to socially isolate for the interim time, many are unsure what to think, how to act, and in some cases, how to breathe with ease. The Inspired Choices Network has created an impromptu hour twice per week to help support, reassure, and offer assistance during this difficult time of transition. Please join one of our amazing hosts as they come online to share words of wisdom, encouragement, inspiration, laughter, and much more.
Hey everyone, welcome, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Rhonda Burns, one of the guest hosts here on the Impromptu Pop-Up Water Cooler Conversations, and I'm joined today by the amazing and beautiful Sayler Shiningstar. Hi, Sayler.
Hi, Rhonda. It's wonderful to be here this morning.
I'm so grateful you said yes. Talk about like creating on the fly, right?
Yes, and I have to say, my body said yes, and my brain went, what the hell are you doing?
The bodies are taking over because the body should have been leading the way the whole time. But yeah, I think that's a lot of us right now. When Christine, so first off, let me pause and just say, for those of you joining us, thank you for being here. Again, these are just simply to provide some contribution during these times and like joining one another around what used to be water coolers in corporate environments. We're just coming together to connect and to talk about what's going on. It's total free form. There's no agenda. It's just to come together and feel more connected and supported. So Christine McIver, who is the network owner and a host here and wears lots of hats, she had this idea come through her. And when we were talking about it with the team, at first I was like, what is she talking about? And then it was funny during the call, my body, same like you, Sayler, same thing. My body, just all of this energy rises up and it was like, yes, 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 yes. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. So it was like an override of the mind. It was awesome. Oh.
Gotta love the bodies.
Yeah.
And
so Sayler, yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I say, and it's timing right now is just so crazy, so chaotic, so just everything is up, and what can we choose to do with that?
Right.
have fun or freak out.
Yeah, fun or freak out. I mean, your choice. I'm choosing fun. Like, I am having so much fun in this time. We won't go there, but I love that you mentioned the word chaotic. I actually am aware, and you are too, much of us magicians in our own right. Chaos is part of magic. It's part of creation. And we have become such a structured, ordered society that people really, I feel like, run from chaos. And yet, like you said, in these times, things are moving so quickly. If we are trying to solve or function the way we used to, which it was very logical and linear, and we would take time to slowly, like, it is moment by moment. And this really, I feel like personally, and you can tell me how you feel, I feel like we are being called into our intuitive body-based emotional responses, like jump and trust that the net will appear. And that, for me, I have been trying to move into this space for a long time, and I was dragging my feet and I was doing it the hard way. And when I did finally let go, the speed at which I'm moving now and creating and the ease that I'm having, it's like, damn, why did I wait so long? But I know why I waited so long, because it's the unknown. So I feel like now the entire world is at this space of like, what the actual F? Bleep, bleep. You tell me, what's your experience right now? Like, what are you aware of? How are you feeling? I want to hear from you.
I'll just say yes. I could just make it really short and say ditto. For so many years, it was like I had my heels down and somebody was behind me pushing me, and the harder they pushed, the harder I dig my heels in, and I was kind of skidding along slowly, bumping, ouch, oops, this isn't fun. And yes, as I more and more check in with my body and listen to her and get out of the role of everything has to be linear and it all has to make sense, and this leads to that and that leads to that in a thought form,
right?
Which drove me freaking nuts. The more I'm in the moment, the more I talk to my body, ask my body questions, touch my body in a gentle way, appreciate her, talk to the earth. It's like, what else? What's now? So much is showing up, and yes, faster and faster and faster.
Yeah.
And I asked for the speed of space, so guess what?
Right?
It's
are
you really ready for this? Yeah, are you really ready for this? What are you really asking for here? Jump on and step back, one or the other.
Right. Well, that's a great point, and many folks that listen to Inspired Choices Network and the shows on the network are in the metaphysical realm, in the consciousness field, personal development, self-development, self-actualization, etc. However, I'm getting a sense that, and so we are, I believe, a little bit further ahead, maybe a lot further ahead in some cases, in terms of riding this wave, these waves, being, even though we feel ill-prepared at times, we are ahead of the curve, if you will. So we have some tools, some resources, some wisdom that others who are not here in this space yet, I would wonder what, let's say just some person off the street who maybe has been in corporate America, who now has been sent home, potentially laid off, and is in this fear space, and they're in what I call humaning, and they're like, oh my gosh, my life is falling apart, my life is over, what do I do? What might you offer in terms of tools, words of encouragement, wisdom, etc.? What can we offer, let's call the average Joe and Jane, who don't know yet what we know, but they're on their way? Does that make sense, Sayler?
Yes.
Okay.
Gosh. I just see so many possibilities. I was
Let's just pick one.
Person I would suggest breathe. Exhale. Exhale. Yeah. It changes everything when we breathe, and it just is. When I work with the kids or adults with horses, I tell them the number one important thing is to breathe. So breathe through everything. Yes, breathe.
One of my favorites. So those of you who might be listening and think, well, I do breathe. Well, actually, we don't. When times are stressful, when we're in a place like we are right now, the natural response is to contract and to constrict. And it becomes, we actually hold our breath more so in times like this. And that's an automatic it's actually a conditioned response. So to sit or stand wherever you are, sometimes it helps to put my hands either on my thymus across the chest, if you want to put one down on your abdomen, if you want to put your hands on, well, we're not supposed to put our hands on our faces, but I do. Right? Put your hands somewhere on your body and take some really deep inhales and then exhale. And sometimes when I work with folks, I have them imagine when they're inhaling whatever delights them, whether they like the words pure positive energy, love, grace, if they want to associate a word. And that when they're exhaling, it's all of the residue of all that doesn't serve them. And so sometimes that even takes them out of their mind or takes it in a different direction. But yeah, breath work is my number one go-to for sure. Perfect.
Yeah. One of the things I like to offer with people with breathing, as they get into breathing, because breathing, we think we're breathing, we're not always, very deeply anyway, is to then bring, visualize the energy from above, from the universe, from God, from whatever you wish to call all that expansive, way out there stuff and above us, down in through my head, their head, bodies, down into the earth. And breathe with that, and relax. And then as the energy is flowing from above and down, also ask for the energies to come up through the earth, in through our feet, our body, and up and out the top of our heads. And allow the energies from both directions to continue to flow. And then, as it passes and meets, gathers, what have you, around the heart chakra, or around the heart, if you're not of believing in chakras or don't know what they are, which in many modalities it's an energy center on or off the body. But for those energies coming from through the earth and from above, when they come to the heart, for them to spiral or pool or swirl or whatever that might be for you that's comfortable, and then let that radiate out.
Oh, that's delicious.
And connect us with even more. Yeah.
I've got my hands folded in prayer in front of, it's so funny, they just naturally are kind of right at my heart center, and just the comfort and the relief. Right? How many of you are looking for some relief? Breath work, breathing deeply, slowing down into stillness, even for just a minute or two, and then working your way up. It changes the chemistry. It changes the biology. It changes the energy. It changes everything. Oh, that was delicious. Yeah.
It does. And in my body, almost like the stress just starts melting away, evaporating, dissipating, and my muscles and my head, my neck, and the rest of the body are going, thank you. Thank you for being aware of me and getting out of your head.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing the word trust. So many of the world does not understand who the decision making is coming from, or who's doing the decision making on each of our behalf. And so I know for me, with my body, I have what I thought was that I was at war with my body for much of my life, even though I intuitively would listen to my body, but then I would go against it based on what I was conditioned or taught, or I would cut myself off of it. But our bodies hold the wisdom. Our bodies hold the blueprint. Our bodies know the way. And so for anybody who might not understand quite yet how to trust your body, because it is a process, I will say, no matter where you are, if you are willing to just allow your body to lead you, 1% more, 2%, 5%, whatever degree, percentage-wise, you're willing to allow your body to show you the way, you will start to automatically function more intuitively when it comes to what you put in your mouth, what type of movement, what type of activity levels, what type of stillness you might enter into. Your body will start to lead the way, and the mind eventually will take its backseat role. Thank you for in the chat room, Christine. The bodies know. So I don't think I invited you. Sorry, folks. If you are listening live, we are Wednesday, the 18th of March. It's Hump Day, 11 a.m. Central Time. We're here on the Inspired Choices Network, and you are welcome to join us in the chat room live, and you can type in questions and scenarios or whatever. You're also welcome to call in if you have a question or you need some support or assistance or would just like to connect. So inspiredchoicesnetwork.com, click on the chat room link, And you can connect with us in 3 ways. In the U.S., you can dial in 815-880-8255. In Canada, 613-800-8736. And you can always Skype us from anywhere in the world by finding Inspired Choices Network and just hitting the call button, and we'll accept that call. So, yeah, how you doing? My body is like, oh, Sayler, thank you.
My pleasure. My body's pleasure. As we did this in the relaxation, and what that made way for was this not only relaxed feeling or sense, and also this buzzing. My whole body is buzzing, and as I'm sitting here just with that going, oh, I'm also aware that for many people, this all of a sudden coming in of intensity of aliveness might be scary. It's like, oh my God, what's going on with my body? Oh my God. It's like, mine is saying, yes, thank you for choosing something different. Thank you for choosing enlivenment. Thank you for choosing in the moment. Thank you for asking me questions. Thank you for connecting with the earth and the unseen, above, beyond.
So you led me in perfectly to one of the tools I want to share, which will help and support with that intensity, that big aliveness, that energy. Let's do this. Because it's something I will want folks to be able to sit and be in most of us are home. Not many are driving and listening probably, but I will want you guys to be able to sit quietly and as I walk you through the exercise, it's delicious and it will support that energy that Sayler just spoke of. So let's do this. Let's take a pause and let's head to a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, I'll walk you guys through that. So just if you need to use the restroom, grab a cup of or drink of water, tea, whatever, and come on back and let's see what we can tap into and create with this exercise that I'll do. So how does that sound, Sayler?
That sounds wonderful. You have so many fun exercises, and I'll just say you just bring so many tools. I'm excited.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm in such beloved, beautiful company. Like, you have amazing too. So we'll just gush all over some more after we come back. So friends, I am Rhonda Burns here with Sayler Shiningstar, Water Cooler Conversations on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. I'm so grateful to have you listening. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back and do a really delicious exercise. So stay tuned. We'll be back.
See you soon.
Christine, we need a break. The music isn't working, so hang tight, guys. There we go.
Seekers, dreamers are we, searching all of our lives, knowing more exists beyond this reality. Is now the time to be more of the greatness we truly be. Let go of your mind, let the question set you free. Do you hear the world calling? Global embrace to expansion. What if you are the miracle? You are the magic. What if you being you is the gift this world desires? What if you being you is the change this world requires? A global embrace, global embrace to
You are listening to Water Cooler Conversations on the Inspired Choices Network. Feel free to join us in the chat room by going to inspiredchoicesnetwork.com and clicking on the chat room link. You can also call in the U.S. 815-880-8255, in Canada 613-800-8736, and you can Skype us from anywhere in the world. Just come on over to Inspired Choices Network. And now let's resume our Water Cooler Conversations.
And now we're back.
This is Inspired Choices Radio Show with homeopathist coach.
It's chaos and I love it. Oh my goodness. Hi, Sayler. You still with me?
I am, Rhonda.
Oh, friends, if you were here over the commercial break, you got to hear the incredible Keisha Clark, who is one of our amazing hosts here on the network. She is also an executive producer with us. And that was Global Embrace. It was her. She wrote it and produced it, and with the help of, I can't think of his name right now, about 4 years ago. And you want to talk about being ahead of your time. I didn't know she was going to play that. And my body and I were just, like Sayler, you and I in the chat room, we were dancing and we were moving.
Yes. Christine says it's Jay Adkins with her.
Oh, Jay was her. Yeah, he helped her with the production of the music. Jay Adkins. Yeah, incredible. So, friends, that is available for purchase. And what I want to say about that song, it is an elixir. It is sacred medicine. It has energy infused in that song that it changes things just listening to it. So you are welcome to go out. It's available on Amazon and CD Baby. I don't know if we'll have that in the show notes. I'm sure we can get it. I know we shared it on Monday's show. So, wow. Oh, my gosh. Did you have any awareness? I am going to do the exercise I mentioned, Sayler, in just a sec, but I wanted to check in and see what awareness, where you're sitting, what's going on with you in this moment.
Oh, my. The buzz that my body has it came down a notch or two, smoothed out, and I feel so expansive. And the crows have now joined us. They're outside in the yard. They are so invited by me. I love having them here. So, yeah.
Oh, I love having crows and vultures, birds, and like any of the winged things, I call them.
Yeah.
Oh, friends, welcome to the Water Cooler Conversation. We're just winging it. We're just showing up and connecting. We're sharing some tools, and so as I mentioned before the break, I'm going to do an exercise, and I want to give you guys who like visuals, because I'm a very visual person. Imagine a babbling brook, like a stream, and it's a really soft stream, and it's really gentle, and it's really shallow, and there's not a lot of movement to it. It's just very sweet and tender and soft. And then I want you to imagine now, oh, my nose is itching like crazy. Thanks, Source. Imagine a class 5 river rapids. Like it's the flow that you might see coming over a waterfall. It's really intense, and it's big and fast and swift moving. It's really powerful. So imagine the difference between the soft babbling brook and the class 5 rapids, all right? Very different levels of energy movement. So when Sayler was talking earlier about the intensity, what we are now tapping into more as a collective, what's available to us is that class 5, that energy. That is the to me, I call it the vortexual energy. It's a very swift, fast moving energy. But as most of us have been allowing only the babbling brook energy to be part of our existence, so we've basically cut ourselves off. And so now that we are starting to tap into and have availability of that bigger, more powerful, potent energy, it comes on, it feels like a tsunami to many of us. And so it feels overwhelming. It feels intense. It feels like, I don't know what to do with all of this. I can't breathe. Oh my gosh, right? We kind of go a little nutso. It's kind of been my experience with that. So in order to support us with that bigger energy, I would like to walk us through an expansion exercise. Really simple. You can do this anywhere at any time. So you want to play along, Sayler?
Yes. And before you go into that, I want to say I was having one of those experiences in the physical world one time in Colorado. And we were almost to the end of the rafting. We hit this really big raft, or set of waves, rapids, and all of a sudden our guide is behind us in the water, barking command.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. So we started back paddling so he could catch up with us and climb back in. It was awesome.
That's funny.
It's like, the universe has our back always. So, yes, go for it.
The universe has our back always. Oh, my gosh. I have some funny rafting stories, but I love it. But, yeah, when the guide hits the water, that's always an interesting one. All right, Fred. I actually had to take off my socks because I like to do this when barefoot. So you can do it in the grass, you can do it on carpet, you can do it on any surface. But if you can, I invite you to sit. Put your feet flat on the floor. Just sit comfortably, and you're welcome to lay down. You don't have to sit. Really, just get into a comfortable position. And start to take some of those deep cleansing breaths in through your nose. I like to, at first, start with out through my mouth with noise. So in through the nose, out through the noise, make some breath. And then as I do a few of them, then I become more silent. And just, okay, I'm going to close my eyes and do this. So I'm not going to be looking in the chat room. So, all right, so I'm seated, feet on the floor, comfortably, and just start to take those deep breaths. And I want you to imagine that you are surrounded. For those of you who don't play with this, imagine you are surrounded by a translucent sphere. So it's malleable, it's pliable, it moves as you move, it breathes as you breathe, and it's just outside your body all the way around. And as you're breathing, now in your mind's eye with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine that sphere starting to expand out from your body in all directions, up and down, back and front, side to side, diagonally, and it's just now naturally at the same speed and pace in all directions, it's going to start to expand. So now I want you to expand that, and you get to decide how slowly or quickly you expand this. And just notice what you feel in your body. So I'm going to walk you through it slowly. We're going to go out to the expanse of the room that you're in. And breathing, noticing what you notice. Now you're going to expand that sphere out to the size of the dwelling that you were in, whether you're at home, an apartment, an office building, a vehicle, out in nature, just expand. And now we're going to move out to, let's move it out to the city or the town that you're in. Nice. Make sure to move it out behind you as well. Breathing, letting the energy move through your bellies, moving it through your chest wall, up and down your back. Yep, let the energy just go. There's nothing to withhold from. There's nothing to stop the flow of. And now we're going to expand that sphere out. Let's go out to the size of your state or your province. Yeah, now we're going to expand out to the size of your country. Nice. Ooh, some of you like to go really fast. That's incredible. Now I'm starting to notice a lot more space up in my head. Some of you might feel a little dizziness. What you might deem as dizziness. That's just space. So just breathe through it. Just notice it. As soon as you notice it, it'll start to change. And now that sphere, we're going to go out to, let's expand it into other countries. Make sure you're expanding it up into the stars, up to the planets, down into the earth, way down into the earth. And now we're going to expand it. Let's go stellar. Let's go cosmic. Let's go as far and just until you get bored of expanding it. And now, wherever you are, you might still be back at the state or you might be up in the cosmos. I want you to notice how your body is. Do you feel more okay with the energy? Is the energy feel less intense? Just notice what you notice. And now let's thank our bodies for the incredible gifts that they are. Thank the bodies for the wisdom that they hold, that they channel, that they provide for us, the gift of the breath of life that they sustain us with, the gift of the ability to feel breeze and sunlight and rain and all the materials that we get to feel with our senses. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. And when you're ready, you can stay in this space or you can open your eyes and come on back. So that's just a little taste of an expansion exercise. So, Sayler, how was that for you?
Sweet. I have an ear-to-ear grin on my face. My body's very happy.
Yeah. We get so contracted. We get so bogged down. Whew. I just had to come back to earth on that one. I had to open my eyes. I'm like, oh, I'm in my earthly body now.
Yeah. That exercise so reminds me of a part of Aladdin, where Aladdin's this big genie, and he's about to go back into this little bitty lamp. And our great big beings, energetic bodies, and we contract down into this little bitty physical body. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much greater ease when I'm further out.
Yeah. So that's a great point, that when we open our eyes, friends, let's not put the genie back in the lamp. Okay? So we have physical bodies. You can expand, and I invite you to stay that sphere if you need to imagine it as a sphere, but it is energy. You are energy, and you imagine your energy bodies being further outside your physical skin and flesh and bones. Imagine your sphere of energy further outward. That will support you when things become more intense or feel more contracted or feel more chaotic. The breathing and the expansion will support you faster than anything, in my opinion. Yeah.
And Christine just mentioned something that will also contribute. Let's show gratitude for our bodies showing us and contributing to us in every moment as we allow ourselves time to connect with our bodies.
Oh, amen. Thank you, Christine.
Yeah.
Wow. So now I'm going to switch gears, and for those of you, because here's the other thing my body loves to do, is to bang it out. I have some songs on playlist. So here's another tool, friends. Create a playlist if you don't have one, or create a new playlist, or go to YouTube and do some searches, or I can share some songs with you. But my body loves drums. I mean, powerful, guttural, visceral drums. And like I have them right here. I'm going to make some noise. These are my drumsticks. And I love to bang them drums, whether it's in the air, a box. I don't actually have a drum set, but believe me, if I did, my neighbors would hate me. But stomping and pounding, so getting some really intense energy moving and out of my body. Like, talk about a contribution for the earth. Like, really allowing that tribal, visceral, physical movement to move with music is also a really fun way to connect with our bodies, connect with the earth, move big energy. Sayler, you were in that class with me with Megan, weren't you? When we were doing a lot of the movement. You saw me, like what my body naturally did. Yeah, my body she's like, let me do my thing. I'm like, okay.
There's an app that you can get on your phone, and she's I'm trying to remember the woman's name. It's leaving me at the moment. However, she has a group called body groove, different music and dance, and she leads the dance. However, you join whatever capacity or ability your body has, and she has it to all different types of music, and she just released Latin music. So if somebody needs something to follow, it's really awesome. It's called Body Groove.
That's brilliant. And yeah, once you get the bodies going, they take over. They will know how to move. When we let our heads get out of the way, our minds get out of the way, the bodies will move. And they're such a gift to move that energy, to open up space. That's where creativity can come through. It's more easily accessible. So we're coming up on our second and final break, and it will not be the song. It will be a shorter break, friends, just as an FYI. But Sayler, would you let folks know a little bit about like what you do, how you might be able to contribute to folks if they wanted to reach out to you, and how they can get in touch with you?
Right now or after break?
Well, just in the future, if they want to connect with you and they like your energy, and if you have something you can support or facilitate folks with, how they can find you if they were to after the show.
Yes, I was asking. Oh, say it now. Christine says yes. So my name is Sayler Shiningstar. You can find me on Facebook at Sayler Shiningstar. You can reach me at Sayler, Sayler, at Sayler.shiningstar@gmail.com. And you'll be able to find me on Inspired Choices Network in April. I have a new show that will be starting called Orgasmic Embodiment with Sayler. And I love to combine, lots of fun. And it's well, you and I and many on the show realize that orgasmic embodiment doesn't necessarily have anything to do with sex. It can,
right,
but usually not. So I love to incorporate earth, nature, movement, access tools, shamanic tools, Akashic records, more movement, the horses, other animals. The horses love to come bay. So yes, lots of different tools to enliven our bodies, to connect with our bodies. Our bodies are like, hey, where the heck are you? Come play with me. Yeah. Acknowledge me. Appreciate me. Touch me.
Hey, Sayler, what day and time is your show? Do you know yet? So we can just let folks pin that and mark that?
Yes, it's on Fridays. It starts Friday the 3rd of April, and it is at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific, and it's at 11 Eastern. Thank you, Christine. Yeah. And I don't have my time date thing app up to tell you where it would be anyplace else in the world, but
yes, they can find that. So I'm so excited you're starting your show. It's such a gift. So friends, be sure to mark that Sayler will be having her show starting on April 3rd on Friday. So definitely. So Sayler, Sayler, and of course the show notes will have all this information, friends. So be sure to read the notes. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on all the podcast streams. You can certainly reach out through the network, and we'll get you in touch with Sayler if need be. Did we catch all the places, Sayler?
For now, I have a website that's in the works, and it's not really it's not open yet to get into. Not yet.
Okay.
It will be
we'll
soon.
share that in the future. Yeah. Awesome. And friends, I'm Rhonda Burns, and I too have a radio show. Actually, I'll have it in just over an hour from now. Rendezvous with Rhonda, Wednesdays at noon Central, 1 Eastern Time. You can find me on my website, Rhonda, RHONDA-Burns, BURNS.com. I am throughout social media. I am also an executive producer here, and I do a lot of things, but I would love to connect if I can support you in any way. So friends, This is our pop-up impromptu water cooler conversations, episode number 2. Myself, Rhonda Burns, and Sayler Shiningstar. We're going to take our final quick break and wrap it up when we come back. So stay tuned. We will be back after this commercial break.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
You are listening to Water Cooler Conversations on the Inspired Choices Network. Feel free to join us in the chat room by going to inspiredchoicesnetwork.com and clicking on the chat room link. You can also call in the U.S. 815-880-8255, in Canada 613-800-8736, and you can Skype us from anywhere in the world. Just come on over to Inspired Choices Network. And now let's resume our water cooler conversations.
Welcome back, friends. Oh my gosh, so grateful to have you here. Sayler and I are having a conversation today, but I want to direct you. We started this on Monday, the 16th, and Christine McIver and I had a conversation. You can find that in the podcast on inspiredchoicesnetwork.com or anywhere podcasts are streamed. And next Monday, because these are going to happen on Mondays and Wednesdays, next Monday, the 23rd, Christine McIver and Carla Taylor, one of our brilliant hosts on Fridays, Bring Your Brilliance radio show, will be getting together around the water cooler and would love to invite you to join them. So, Sayler, we've got just under about 9 minutes left. What wisdom and love do you want to lay down on us, girlfriend?
Oh, my. Choose. Please choose. And if it doesn't work out, choose again. And then again and again. Choice is how we stay enlivened. It's about how we create. And don't judge ourselves. And if we do, laugh and choose again.
Choice
is
how we stay enlivened. I had to type it in the chat room. Choice. I think in Keisha's song there's a line that says choice is liberation, or is the great liberator, something about choice being liberation, and I could not agree more. And
what I have
go ahead. No, you go.
Which one of us? I'll go. What I have experienced in my life is that when I choose, my body turns on. It's when I'm not choosing that my body shuts off. Mm-hmm. It's been that freaking simple. Choice. Make it. Take a little action. Take a lot of action. Choose some more. Yeah. And ride that number 5 rapid.
Strap on a helmet.
It's fun.
Put on a life jacket and DB and ride that river.
Yep.
It's fun. And I love that. Oh, so good.
Yes. Well, and your radio shows are usually that way. You are just rocking it and
like
rolling it from. Yes.
That delights me so much. My body's like, hell yeah, that's what we came for. Oh my God!
When you had that description, I thought, that is Rhonda. That is so Rhonda.
You never know what you're gonna get, but it's always a fun time or a good time. So I do want to tap on and attach to your choice thing. So for friends who are like, choice, I don't even know what to do with that. Your body, when how do I say this in words that make sense? So my body is so enlivened right now, we want to end, but we need to speak. So if you're not sure what to choose, say, body, show me the choice that would be fun and enjoyable for you right now. And then stop and listen or feel or sense or become aware of what your body speaks to you. And when I say speaks to you, you might hear it in your mind, you might see a picture, you might get an image, you might get a sensation, and follow that. And that's what leads to the next and the next. And then you're off, and your body is, as Sayler said, it turns on, the energy ramps up, starts to move, and it's just, you're off to the races. And it's a dang good time. So choice is your friend. And we are at the speed now in decision making, as we said at the beginning of the show. Allow yourself to be the speed that you truly can be now. Don't let your mind have the wheel anymore. Put your mind over in the passenger seat. Let your body drive. Cool.
Yeah. Well, if I would have listened to my mind, I wouldn't be on here today, nor would I have a radio show starting in a couple of weeks. Because my mind is like, oh yeah, it would be fun. Later. Much later. You've got all this other stuff to do first. Yeah. But the enlivenment of just choosing to do it and following what my body wanted, my body desired, what turns her on, is creating so much more. So much more.
Yeah. Well, and so from a law of attraction perspective, and whether you believe in law of attraction or not, there is a mechanism that which brings things that we desire. And here's the thing about turn on. Because the law of attraction is deaf and dumb, it's not dumb, it's deaf and blind. It only responds to energy. That's all. It responds to vibrational energy. So the more turned on our bodies are, the bigger that signal, the purer and stronger those signals are, which then allows that mechanism to match and bring in what we've been asking for. Did that make sense? I was kind of channeled those words. That was not my mind. Did that make sense?
It was perfect.
Okay. Cool. Talk about being expansive right now. My head is spinny. It's awesome. Oh, so let your bodies turn on, let your bodies move, let your bodies breathe, make choices. And with just under 3 minutes, Sayler, final words of wisdom. Anything you got, lay it out. We would love to have it.
Use that turn on, that enlivenment, that orgasmicness to create from, to live with. And you don't have to go have sex with it. And you can. Nothing wrong with it. That's the icing on the cake, me. And enjoy it. Be it. Live it. Because when we're in that, we strut our stuff. We are hot, ladies and gents, if there's any on here, or when they're on here, strut it. Be it. Enjoy it. It's an invitation for others to do the same. Yeah.
And with a world more full of turned on, tapped in bodies, it is a more sensual planet. It is a more generative planet, people on it. It is a kinder, more compassionate, loving planet. It is less of a separate independence. And even though we are independently unique and individuated as beings, we really are connected. And the more of that energy that is free flowing, and we're allowing that. Can you imagine the future? I know I tap in and it just takes my breath away. It is exquisite when I imagine it.
Yeah, me too. And one of the things I'd like to say is the more that we are in that energy, it is an invitation. It's a law of attraction. It invites, if you work with angels, if you work with spirit guides or any of the fantastical creatures, they love that energy. Money loves that energy. Gosh, it invites in so much. So much.
It grows, it exponentializes. Absolutely, friends. So, friends, we're at the end of this water cooler hour. I'm so grateful that you joined Sayler, Shiningstar, and myself, Rhonda Burns. We'll be doing these again Mondays and Wednesdays until they're no longer required or desired. Christine McIver will be on next Monday with Carla Taylor. So check the show notes for how to reach Sayler and myself. If we can support or contribute to you in any way, be sure to tune into our radio shows, check the podcast, and we are so grateful and invite you to turn that body on and turn it up. We look forward to playing with you somewhere in the world. Sayler, thanks for being with me today, beauty.
Thank you for joining us around the water cooler today for our conversation here on the Inspired Choices Network. Connection and support for the reality of today and the gift of tomorrow. Be sure to join one of our other guest hosts on Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific Time here at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. As always, we look forward to sharing more wisdom, encouragement, inspiration, laughter, assistance, and celebration. Thanks for being here. Make it a great day.